Both the PSVR 2 and the next Gran Turismo 7 upgrade has been hands-on for us, and it's reasonable to say that this is now the best virtual reality console experience, setting a standard for future VR developers to follow. And here's why it's important. This is Sony's second effort at a VR headset, and it's actually a Gran Turismo game implementation. Theoretically, racing video games should be a perfect match for the responsive three-dimensional surroundings. But so far, it's been difficult, at least on consoles. The biggest barrier has been raw power. The 2016 version of PlayStation VR was somewhat constrained by the capabilities of the console and the resolution of the headset. The excellent Wipeout Omega collecting mode proved that Sony was on the right track with technology, despite needing a separate CPU box. But it was one of the very few PSVR racing games with all the features that lived up to the hype. The previous Gran Turismo title, GT Sport, could only support VR in a side-led mode. Hardware plainly placed restrictions on VR Drive's VR Time Trial and VR Showroom. The perks of one-to-one head tracking allow you to view your rivals in your mirrors and have a better sense of elevation variations. However, there was only room on the track for one additional controlled AI car. Additionally, the career aspect was off-bounds and internet racing was not even considered. It was impossible to enter the car, and even the showroom was just a pitch-black void. Based on our brief experience, PSVR 2 has finally made that potential a reality. However, a quick warning, Gran Turismo 7 does not support local split-screen racing for two players while wearing VR. Since the PS5 itself does not allow two headsets at once, and this makes sense. Just think of the power required to run that. Otherwise, I'm just going to emphasize that it's a full game. Every car, every track, and every time of day, sunny or rainy, has the same home screen and user interface. Unrestricted, playable in virtual reality. No restrictions. 20 AI opponent cars on course. Every World Circuit's career mode. License tests, missions, it runs smoothly. It felt empowered to play the game Gran Turismo 7 that we all know and love in virtual reality without the hang-ups. Virtual reality's potential for driving video games on consoles has finally been realized. Running deep into a corner and then scanning to your right to see whether you can emerge unscathed adds an additional layer of immersion that would otherwise be lacking on a platform that strives to be authentic. This also holds true while scanning your rearview mirror or the radar map. Imagine doing it online, while holding at your buddies as you compete against one another. It also clearly represents a significant improvement over GT Sport in terms of graphic fidelity, where it was noted that the level of detail was shaky for anything more than 30 centimeters in front of your car, probably because of the usage of foveated rendering that's based on eye tracking. Oh yes, although I'm sure there will be lots of evaluation in the upcoming months to truly nail down the details. Technically, there might be a little loss in sharpness when compared to playing on an 83-inch 4K HDR Bravia. However, the appeal is visceral rather than pixel counting because with a gadget of this type, nothing compares to the sensation of hearing around the Nürburgring against a packed field of automobiles. Compared to its predecessor, the PSVR 2 device itself is significantly more adaptable. IPD adjusters move the displays left and right to match the profile of your eyes, and it works better on people with larger heads, eyewear, and a lot of hair. The band clicks into a place at the back of the head and feels satisfyingly secure. It might continue to be remotely attached, but only a single USB-C cable is needed. Fortunately, it's quite lengthy. New Sense controllers are used in place of the Move controllers, which are superfluous for this application because you can't wave your arms around while driving in GT7. It's gamepad or wheel just here, but a pass-through mode is useful because it enables you to look outside without taking off the headset, especially helpful for transferring between the dual sensing controller and the steering wheel peripheral. Now, coming back in the game, there's one new mode that has been added, the VR Showroom in your garage. Choose any car in one of the 11 locations, including the cafe and GT Auto. Complete with mechanics working in the background, you can view the level of meticulous detail in the car modeling both inside and out of this mode up close. Birds chirping in the background and 3D sounds are added to this. Earbuds are included with the headset, While we're unable to provide you with a video of what that looked like, we can say that we wasted too much time admiring the Ferrari Testaross's electric window switch. A lot of time has been invested at Polyphony Digital, making sure that one component looks good enough to be displayed on a PSVR 2 headset, which in a way sums up the entire PSVR 2 when we tried a high-end VR headset at the Sim Racing Expo in Germany last year, powered by a PC running a PC-only subscription service. Although the headgear alone costs more than 2,000 euros, it was wonderful. On the other hand, there are cordless headsets that don't require a PC or a gaming console, but the level of detail offered by the PSVR 2 is on another level. That is equivalent to equating a Pixar movie with a doodle on a napkin. Gran Turismo 7 and the PSVR 2 offer an unequal value proposition in terms of price versus quality for VR. It stands alone in the VR market with pride and provides the sensory overload we'd anticipate from riding in a genuine race car, minus the eye-watering expenses or fuel odor. However, given the current state of inflation, the $549 cost of the unit and the console required to play with it suggests that it may only appeal to a small segment of the population. But the worldly ones are scintillatingly transformational, and we can't wait to spend more time when a free game update and a headset go on sale on February 22. Without a doubt, this represents the pinnacle of Gran Turismo racing. Whether you plan to buy a PSVR 2 when it goes on sale later this month, let us know in the comments section below. If you don't want to miss any upcoming Gran Turismo or virtual reality developments, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.